Hello everybody, this is DoctorJefe playing a brand new game called 10 Million. Now this game is a match 3 game combined with RPG elements, and I'm about 4 hours into this game and I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I thought I'd create a beginner's tutorial slash a video to show off some of the gameplay so that if you're getting stuck, there's some advice, and also you can see some of the gameplay and decide if this is the kind of game that you want. So let's go over the name. It's called 10 Million because you have to get a high score of 10 million to beat the game, right here. Now, it is somewhat of a score attack, but I'll go a little bit into that a little bit later. So up in the top, you can see our 4 resources. We have gold. Use this to buy upgrades. And you get this from opening chests and completing challenges. Of course, I'm going to go over all this a little bit. If you guys want to get to the gameplay, I'll probably have an annotation at the bottom of the video for you. There's wood and stone. You use this to upgrade your buildings placed throughout your castle. And you obtain these through matching the tiles. And you have your purple, the EXP, which you can use to gain new skills. And this is gained primarily through defeating monsters. So let's wake our guy up, Mr. Jones. Doesn't have a name, but that's what I call him. Let's go over the buildings inside your castle. So first, you're going to see... Actually, first, let's go over here to the training room. So here you can see you can buy different skills and abilities. So let's go to some of the early skills that you can get. Well, those are some later ones. So you can get like plus 10 gold, just little perks. And you can get this, right, I believe, right off the bat. So you unlock the ability to open up these areas a little bit later as you progress, as you gain ranks. And I'll talk about ranking system a little bit later on. But you also have an armory where you can upgrade your weapons, a mage area, don't know really what to call this, a staff maker where you can upgrade your magic attacks. You have a shield where you can upgrade your shields, your defense. You have an armory where you can upgrade your armor, also upgrading your defense, and of course this little magic area over here, Alchemist, which will give you little potions that can affect your gameplay. Now let's talk about the rank system. So you start off the game, as you can see I'm an adventurer, but you start off the game as a rookie, and in order to rank up, say to the second rank, Wayfarer, you have to complete a series of challenges. So as you can see over here, there's 3 different challenges I have as adventurer rank. I have to make 90 matches, use 2 axes in 1 game, and match 40 tiles in 10 seconds. That's actually seems pretty difficult. And once you complete these challenges, you'll be given a score objective. So as you can see, my top score is 839,000. So in order to get to adventure, I had to have a score of over 800,000. Now, this score objective will only be unlocked after you complete these challenges, a number of these challenges. So in order to go from rookie to Wayfarer, you had to get, I don't know, like 10,000 or something. And it keeps going up as you keep increasing in skills. Now, I'm going to go a little bit over the monster weaknesses. This is just a little bit of strategy before we get into the actual gameplay. So the elementals, you can see, you start seeing elementals at Vagabond level. These elementals are weak to physical attacks, which are going to be represented by swords. Golems are going to be weak against magic attacks, which are represented by staves. We have ninjas who are weak to sword attacks, physical attacks. So let's actually get into the game. I'm going to run on the level below Adventurer, the Questor level, just to show it off. I'm a little bit better at this, haven't actually even tried the adventure level. So let's go into it. So as you can see, you got your basic setup. You're just going to match 3 of these in a row in order to do an action. So we have a ninja right here. What I'm going to want to do is get some physical attacks. So I'm going to move these swords down in order to do a physical attack. Now I can kill this guy right away because I have gotten some upgrades in those buildings that I just showed you in the previous screen, what I'm going to call the home screen. So you might be wondering what I just did there. I was using keys to unlock those chests and that door. So this is a golem, so I'm going to use these staves, indicated by the red, to perform a magic attack. That's going to be his weakness. I'm going to use them to attack. So in order to get your matches, you have to grab a row and you can just scroll it along. So you can go up and down and left and right, pretty simply. And of course, just like any other game, if you make multiple matches, you can do multiple attacks. If you have 4 in a row, you do double, I believe, of whatever the item is. So since I don't have any weapons in here, I'm gonna remove some things. And yeah, so that's kind of the match 3 element of it. Of course, I'm gonna get my butt kicked right here because I'm trying to show things off. And you might wonder what that last thing was. Well, if you match these 3 or these shield items up, you're gonna gain shields, which are gonna protect your guy from taking damage. So when you get here, you can either choose to return home, back to the home screen, or run it again. So I just went back here just to kind of show that ability off. Let's go back into that dungeon and we'll show off some more of the things. So as you can see, you start off with this armor. If you have no armor, you're gonna see that these guys attack you. See, they're throwing ninja stars at me like a bunch of jerks. If you take damage, then you will start to get moved back. So the point of this game is a score attack, kind of like what I was saying before. As you go further and complete certain objectives, such as defeating enemies or unlocking chests, your score is going to go up. Also, whenever you complete matches on here, your score is going to go up. But the best way to have your score go up is to just, keep running through the dungeon. And the only way to do that, only way to progress through the dungeon is to defeat enemies and unlock doors and chests. So that's what I'm trying to do right here. Of course, if you get knocked off the edge of the screen, then your run's going to be over. And you can get knocked off the edge of the screen just by standing there. So you see I'm standing, I'm moving further towards the end. And also if the enemy does damage to you, you'll be knocked back. So these shields kind of prevent you from being knocked back when an enemy does damage. So it's a very good idea to have those on. And I'll go a little bit into my gameplay strategy once I start showing this off. So these green items, the keys, are used to unlock chests and doors. Once I get a bunch of items, I'll show those off as well. And you see these gray stone, that's going to be used to obviously increase your amount of stone, and the wood is used to increase the amount of wood you have. And as I said before, you're going to need to have those to upgrade your buildings. So to even have those buildings that I was showing off beforehand, you need to have a certain amount of stone and wood and use them to purchase those buildings. So let's run again and see if we can go over the last couple tiles. I already talked about the shield system. The last thing that I don't think I've mentioned are these purple ones. And these are backpacks, and they give you items if you complete them, or match 3, as the case is. So let's see if I can get those once I clear off some of these tiles. Of course, this golem's going to be a jerk right here. There you go, he dies. Of course, you can get items from defeating enemies, opening chests. Normally, these items, opening those chests, give you a greater chance of finding an item. You may be wondering, what are these items? What is this stuff that I've just picked up? Well, that's cheese, and you can use that to move further along. As you can see, my person kind of moved further towards the right side of the screen, because once you go off the left side, your run is over. So you can use food. There's a bunch of other power-ups that you can get. You can get weapons that'll do damage. You can get this item right here. It's a scroll. It changes the tiles to turn to keys. And of course, I completely wasted it right there, but that's not the point. We're just showing stuff off. So let's actually return home and kind of talk about what the wood and stone is used for. So say I go to my blacksmith, it's level 2. Or actually, let's have a better example over here in the shield area. See, it's level 1. I can't upgrade any more of my shield stats, so what I have to do is actually upgrade the shield maker. So I can buy this. And now I can get more upgraded shields. So let's actually upgrade our shield size. Why not? Let's show that off. So it's going to go from 34 to 40 maximum shields. That's how much I can carry. And here's our skills. Unfortunately, I can't buy any of these skills yet because I don't have enough experience. So let's go back into the dungeon and I'll go over some of the strategy that I use while playing this game. So the first thing that there's 3 different types of, sorry, not 3, but 2 different types of things that you're going to be doing in this game. You're going to either be fighting monsters or opening chests. So what I normally do is when I'm fighting a monster, I'm going to try and go for their weakness first. So for the golem, I'm going to try and match up those staves, or actually it's easier to say magic wands. I'm trying to go match up these magic wands in order to do a magic attack, which is going to do more damage against the enemy. And if that isn't possible, I'm going to try and just do physical damage. And if, let's see, we have magic attack here still. And then if I can't do magic or physical attack, I'm going to try and up my armor. Because getting hit by these guys is going to move you back, so you're just going to want that armor there just so you can keep running along. Now with chests, this is a good time to either up your armor. You can also use it to up items if you need to gain some items like wood or stone. Because usually there's not going to be anybody attacking you while you're trying to unlock these chests. So that's a good time to do that. Also, you can, yeah, actually that's pretty much all you really want to do there. Just go for items, or actually you can also try and get some weapons on screen in preparation for the next person who you're going to attack. Of course, you can go this way, but you can also go around. Have your items, they all wrap around the screen. So actually go this way. Let's move that sword around. If that, I'm not really that good at it, but if you're good at being able to wrap items around, that's something you're going to want to go for. Also, if you guys are paying close attention, you may have saw that I died and I was still able to complete that match right there. You do still have like 1 to 2 seconds after you die to complete matches. So if you see you're about to die, try and get either, you can actually get a final attack off, you can get a final key to unlock a chest. So go for that. Try and make use of those last remaining seconds of your person's life. And one thing about these items, normally I'd say just use them at your own discretion. It's like this orb right here, that's a magic orb. It does a magic damage attack. As you can see, when I completed 4 keys, I was able to unlock that chest right away. Didn't have to complete 2 matches. I'd say just use these items at your own discretion unless you're trying to complete a challenge. In that case, you're going to want to save them up, or yeah, just save them up for the challenge that you want to complete. So maybe I'll go through 1 to 2 more of these runs. That's pretty much all that I really wanted to go over. As it is, this is just a very basic tutorial, just going over some of the enemy weaknesses and kind of telling you a little bit of basic strategy. So let's see how well I can actually do in this next run. So I'm doing pretty terribly. As you guys saw, my high score was something like 80, well, we'll check that later, 800,000. I probably gotten only half that high. Of course, there's a big element of luck in this game, as there is with any match game. You just kind of have to rely upon the gods of matching being kind to you and giving you a good set of matches. And if you're wondering what this star is, that's basically a wild card. It can be used for anything. So there is some basic strategy, but also you got to rely on luck. So let's go here. Let's unlock this chest as quickly as possible. I'm going to use this double key, even though I didn't really need to. There we go. Opening up chests rather quickly. Doing some good damage. Getting a 4 in a row attack. Keep opening items. Gotta move along at a brisk pace. As you can see, you get really close towards the edge. That's gonna be great. Give yourself a little bit of breathing room. So we have a golem. We're gonna try and do some magic attack. I'm gonna use this orb. Also, when you're using attack items like orbs or weapons, you're gonna want to make sure that you're actually standing in front of your enemy before you use it. You can't, if you use it before your character reaches the enemy, you're just gonna be wasting it. Okay, another chest. We'll get a 4 in a row to unlock it right away. Now we'll attack this orc. Let's kick his ass. I don't believe orcs have any weaknesses. They're pretty much take equal damage from both. So I can use this food to actually boost myself a little bit further along. as I was about to die right there. Let's use this key, open this door real quick. Hopefully we can get... Oh my goodness. This is not going to end well. This may be the end. Nope, we just barely got that one off in time. And an orc. This guy's probably going to kick my ass right here. This is going to be the end of the run. And, yep, there we go. Alright, so that is a introductory look at the game 10 Million. Now this game is going for $4 American. I have to put it that way because I know Canadians are getting it for cheaper. It's available for $4 through the next week, through January 22nd. So I've been really enjoying this game. As I said, I put 4 hours into it and I'm loving it. I really don't really enjoy these types of games much. I wasn't a big Bejeweled fan or any of those other types of games, but I'm really enjoying the RPG elements combined with the matching and also the strategy of having to attack enemies and open chests, and that kind of intrigues me. I'm always intrigued by those RPG elements. Well, this has been DoctorJefe playing 10 Million, and check this game out. I would recommend it. Until next time, take care of yourself.